So we're still in step 18, summary data with LINQ and GroupBy, but our second example, for some clarity, is going to be grouping by a property on the many side of the relationship. In other words, the child in a parent-child relationship. The relationship we're going to use is appointment reason is apparent to the appointment, right? Okay, so actually I had an excellent question during the break on, when we're downloading this data to Excel, what if you've got millions of rows of data? Great question. Just to quickly comment, of course, most of the time when we're dumping data into Excel, it's usually not all the raw data. If you're going to do that, another choice that's available with one quick change in your EP Plus is you can export it as CSV, right? Instead of an Excel file. And there's no size limit on how much data you can put into a CSV, at least unless there's a limit on how big the hard drive is, I guess. But anyway, it's really not the purpose to back up all the data. It's usually because we're summarizing it, grouping it in one way or another, and that, generally speaking, cuts down the amount of data tremendously. Okay, so going on to our second example now. I've got my copy-paste file ready to go here, right? So it's the same idea. A little different from the last example. I'm going to use a view model again because, of course, it's a different arrangement of data. So let me come back to Visual Studio. I'm not running, so let me go to View Model. So right-click. I'm going to add a class again. This is going to be my appointment reason summary, right? So I'm even going to call it Appointment Reason Summary View Model. And the properties contained in here, well, one of the interesting aspects is, of course, appointment reason isn't required. An appointment doesn't have to have. It's a nullable foreign key. So notice I even made this ID here a nullable int because it's going to be the ID of the reason for the appointment, right? Okay, we have the appointment reason, the number of appointments, total extra fees, maximum fee charge, there you go. But it's going to be correlated in relation to how many appointments have there been due to an accident versus an illness or an annual checkup, things like that. Sorry, just wetting my whistle. Okay, so I'll save that now. Notice it hasn't made the DB set for me. That'll only happen if I scaffold a view based on the actual view model, right? But I'm going to add an appointment reason summary action as well. And guess what? It's going to be an action result, and we're going to be creating a view. So let me clean up the screen here a little bit. I'm going to get things off here. I'm going to leave the appointment controller open because I'm still working in the appointment controller, right? Okay. Now where I put it doesn't matter. I'm going to throw it after the next one here. So this is my appointment reason summary action, right? So here's my query, okay? So I have to handle it a little bit differently because, of course, the nullable foreign key arrangement. So we're grouping by a new anonymous type at first, right? Appointment reason ID. And because the reason name could be null, okay, I want to use no reason given. Otherwise, I'll use the actual reason name, right? Okay. Then we select into our actual view model class, our appointment reason summary view model, right? Getting the three things we want, our ID, the appointment reason, the number of appointments, total extra fees, and the minimum fee charge, or maximum fee charge, whatever, right? Same as the approach we've done before. I have an order by, and away we go. So that just returns view. So that's the next thing is we're going to generate the view. So I'll right click, and we'll add a view. So again, I'm going to go with a template for a list style presentation of data. The model class will be my new appointment reason summary view model, okay, using the layout page, and yes. So we'll let that scaffold, and as I highlight in big bold letters in my copy paste file, okay, don't forget to delete the DB set, okay, but look at what it did for us. It gave us most of the work of creating the view as well, right? But before I forget, medical office context, right to the bottom, and sure enough, there it is. There's that extra view model, which I don't want, right? So I'll just delete it. Okay. So back in here in the view. Now, I don't have to worry about paging. Really, I don't, because how many reasons for appointments do I have? Maybe a handful at this stage. So I'm not going to worry about that. I will take out, of course, the tags here for the extra actions. I don't need to worry about edit, details, or delete. I don't need to worry about create, right? I could change this a little bit here. I don't like H1, it's just too big. Okay. All right. Okay, so once more, I can just put a link right in layout to call this particular action. So let me come down in views to share it again. There we go. So once more, we go to the appointment controller, appointment reason summary, and that gets the view up on the screen. And there we are. So that's it, all the data. So now I can see that there have been 142 appointments due to accidents, okay? 79 due to annual checkups, et cetera, COVID-19, only 34, and so on and so forth. Oh, I don't see any here for no reason given. Well, let me come over here. I'm going to go into the details for Clarence Anthony's appointments here. I'm going to edit one of them and change the reason for appointment to no reason given. Save that. Okay. Let's come back to our appointment reason summary, and now it showed up. Okay. No reason given, one appointment. Of course, we're just seeding data, right? And I think actually I'm right now still deleting the database and seeding every time I run. So, that's why it seeds and makes a reason for everything. Okay. So that's enough. Now you could dump this into Excel, but you know what? There's a little data. You probably don't really need to, but I'm not going to take time to do that. It'd be very much the same process we just went through. That completes step 18. We're not done for today, though. I'm going to stop recording for now.